In an ever so changing landscape of the 21st century, where creating a website is just a click away, where making art is a single brushstroke away, and where your home is just a cinder block and a prayer away, one thing has emerged as the ultimate shortcut and a cheat to pretending you have taste, and that is fucking minimalism. Minimalism itself is nothing short but a lie. It's not about simplicity, but it's rather about laziness just disguised as being sophisticated or so grand. Creativity, I believe, thrives in chaos, clutter at times, or in short visual noise, but making it click. But somehow I feel we've led an entire generation, like me, into thinking an empty room with a bed and TV is peak aesthetic enlightenment. You might as well go sit in a fucking jail cell if you think that's baller, and it's not. That's just prison core. But let's really talk about it. So how did I get here? What led me to this moment ranting about the evils of minimalism? Well, it all started with my quest to make a logo for my new brand. Now, it might suck still, but at first I wanted my logo to be bold, grand, something that struck people immediately, something that made you go, damn, this nigga got aura, he means business. But then I did what every creative does. I started comparing it to everything around me, and then when I realized something horrifying. No, it's not really horrifying, but everybody knows this. When you're trying to enter a space, whether it's design, gaming, developing, anything, YouTube even, like me, you normally have two choices. Hop in line and try to blend in, play it safe, follow the trend, and eventually you might just come up. Or the more aggressive approach is where you try to break the mold, do something different. Sometimes it might work out, and sometimes it just doesn't. You get shot down instantly. So my logo started off with me wanting to know where I wanted to take it. I got a few shapes, I got the overall message I wanted to achieve with the logo, and I tried merging them together. But then I realized more shapes, more geometry. That's kind of not the flow for a logo, I believe, or I thought at the time. So I've tweaked it over maybe 7 different times, because when I looked at other logos that are from huge brands, they were so damn simple and it made me spiral. But here's the thing I came to realize. Those logos only work because they have years of brand recognition and backing. It's not more of the logo itself, it's the brand's identity. Once they've already established an identity, they can begin to strip it down to however they want and people will still recognize them. A lot of companies do this where they strip down their once creative logos into something so simple. Nike could turn their logo into a dick that's shaped like a swoosh and we would all go along with it because, hey, we remember it as Nike and we're going to apply this tag to it. Then I came to epiphany. And I realized minimalism isn't about being bold or sophisticated or just simple, quote unquote. It's about surviving off past credibility. And if you don't already have that, minimalism just makes you very forgettable. When you don't have your bold, strong colors and a loud design, you're made to be forgotten. And that's what minimalism does. How many tech startups have you probably seen? How many brands, whatever you can think of, had a very minimal logo and is just forgotten whenever something goes wrong? That's what minimalism will do. Now look, I'm not saying minimalism is bad. Sometimes it works. A clean website, great. I don't need to fight through 12 pop-ups, a neon green Comic Sans header just to find the contact page or where to shop. These are times when simplicity and minimalism just make sense. But somewhere along the way, we took clean and simple and stretched it into lifeless and soulless. Bland also. Think about it. Remember the future that we were promised? The 2000s had us believing that the future would be bright, neon, chaotic, and full of insane tech aesthetics. We were headed straight for Frutiger era, the era of glossy buttons, deep gradients, and UI that made it look like it belonged on a sci-fi spaceship. Then Frutiger Metro came rolling around at the same time. It was cool. And then a little bit after, we flattened everything. No shine, no personality, just cold, dull interfaces that all look the same. And now this led us into an era where soulless, sterile design, where everything looks like it's been stripped of its identity. The bold colors are gone. Where's the risk-taking? Where's the fun? There's no identity in any of this. Moreover, minimalism was supposed to make things elegant, actually. but instead it has led us into a dystopian world of design. Everything is just the same: the logos, websites, apps, furniture, even fashion at times, I could say. You could take a screenshot of any modern brand's UI, I feel, swap out the name, and nobody would notice the difference. This has become the new normal. Minimalism didn't just clean things up, it erased creativity. It stripped away the weird, the loud, the bold, until it was all left with an empty, soulless design approved by the committee of people who have no taste at all. But this was because I also came to another realization of why minimalism thrives is because the decline of attention spans. Minimalism isn't just a design trend, but when it's defined to strip things down to the bare essential, it works because we both can agree that sometimes this might just be too much to look at. Loud website design, or these sneakers. And then something like this is more simple to look at. Minimalism was birthed in the age of social media, where platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook all exist. But when you think about their old UIs, at times it was just way too much visual friction, because all the clutter is so distracting and it's in the battle for attention. All these platforms I listed now have their hyper clean, minimalist interfaces. Nothing stands between you and your next dopamine hit. Logos are stripped down so you recognize them instantly, even when scrolling past them at lightning speed. So it's kind of a chicken and egg situation. Did minimalism happen because people stopped paying attention? Or did short attention spans force design to become dumber, simpler, and more disposable? Either way, we lost. I lost the war. We went from a world of rich, layered, complex aesthetics to one where everything is optimized for speed and forgettability. Minimalism didn't just kill creativity, it helped us kill our ability to focus as well.